Welcome in, everybody. We're doing a What You Don't See Coming with the High Priestess in the reverse. This is talking about that. What you don't see coming that very well could be crucial. This is something about disempowerment. You do need to call your power back in any of these particular timelines that we're going to look at. This is about doing the work that you need to do to find out your inner power and where you stand in amongst your dynamic and reality and situation. Okay? So this could represent cut cords, calling your power back, standing on business. Okay? The High Priestess is talking about the secrets as well, things that have been left in the dark coming to light. Okay? So if you got reading number 1, pick a number between 1 and 7. This is your first reading. So your current situation, sitting here with Ace of Pentacles in reverse, is talking about a loss of a job, a house, money of some sort. Your challenge currently right now is to weigh. I think it's bittersweet, but it's ultimately a favor, okay? And it's about emotionally walking away, and I think this is the challenge about going on towards brighter horizons. In your mind, you're very well cooking and thinking and whatnot about some sort of deception in your heart space. You could be very well pouring into yourself with the heart, with the Ace of Cups. What you're walking away from is a particular dynamic or relationship. You could be wanting, maybe this is what you're feeling that is a relationship, but it's really not turning out to be that. What do we got here? The King of Cups. Somebody very well could be unavailable to love you the way that is necessary. They could be emotionally unavailable. This is what you're walking into. This could be saying no to a particular dynamic. Within the next 6 months, there could be a feeling of inadequacy or not being inspired. However, your attitude is that you've been basically being betrayed, okay? And you're needing to recognize that before you can move on, because right now, this betrayal has you juggling, okay? And your hopes and fears is to see it for the truth. And your outcome is it's pretty well going to blow up if you don't see it for the truth. Okay, sometimes you need to really focus on what you're pouring into and what you're not. So if reading number 1 was your reading, be very diligent. You can turn these cards upside down at any point, but I'm thinking you need to guard your heart against some sort of uncommittal energy, and don't allow the doom and gloom and the karmic actions being thrown at you to determine what. It's really kind of giving me reactive abuse. So don't react. Take a step back and see what it is. Find out the truth with this. Take action, okay? Make sure that you are in control of yourself. I think this talks about pouring into yourself rather than focusing on anything else. You're actually moving in from a dynamic of integrating your masculine and feminine and protect yourself as well as nurture yourself. And somebody doesn't like that. Okay, they're trying to disenfranchise you and they don't want you to be inspired. So there's definitely some sort of betrayal of somebody to blow up what you're trying to build for yourself and to get you to question about the whole idea that you're supposed to walk away from this dynamic. All right, number 1, I hope that message helped you. Reading number 2. I put these little numbers here to keep track. All right, number 2, you're having to walk away from a particular situation, which I feel for you at this time. Your challenge is that you're building something and you don't want to be building in unfertile soil, and I think you're recognizing that. You're learning these lessons, you're rising above this, you're raising your frequency, and I think this is substantial to your current movement forward. In your mind, there's definitely something about a Wheel of Fortune. It's definitely something talking about destiny. You really need to kind of step into that. It's guiding your way, and things are going to speed up for you very, very quickly. So take heed on that. You're coming out of a time where you didn't feel that you knew where you were going. However, when you're walking into this could be a hermit, this could be a solitude, this could be an isolation that you're walking into. You could be really focusing on building by going within and going through some maybe healing that you need to see. Maybe you need to find your inner light because you know you're not going anywhere anyway. And to focus on building something strong for yourself of a legacy with the Seven of Pentacles. But this is basically telling me is that you need to take action. And I think going with your heart is going to be substantially important for you. You got to cut out the third parties and the distractions. Your hopes and fear, your attitude to this is you're kind of overwhelmed. However, you need to stand on business. You need to take a leadership position. You need to allow your intuition and guard you. Essentially, you need to listen to your intuition because you're needing to leave this stagnant energy. And I think your intuition is going to help you through that. Your hopes and fears, you're hoping for an apology, and I think you're reconciled with yourself because of all this. You know that you have some sort of a destiny. You're being called by your intuition for that, and you have a Ten of Pentacles coming to you. You have a new stability. So number two, what you're going to do? Really, are you going to sit here and be overwhelmed, or are you going to take action and make something better for yourself? Okay, you have beautiful potential. You need to focus and cut out these third parties in order to really step into what is meant for you. Okay, let that help. Number two. We got number three. What's your situation? You need to collaborate. This is about collaborating as a team. Okay, you could be dealing with some sort of conflicts at this time, and you're needing to collaborate. What's the challenge? That there's a major tower happening. There's major changes afoot, and you need to know who you can collaborate with. And I think this is substantial in your current focus right now. Now, in your mind, you feel like you're missing out on something, or you're missing some sort of piece. And in your heart, it's actually helping you to expose what is being what's been missing. Okay, so balancing out your heart and your head is definitely substantially important for you at this time. You're moving out of this position of wanting to move forward, of really kind of, I think it's alchemizing the past emotions that you've had, and you're trying to grow on them. You're trying to build on that foundation, that emotional fulfillment. And I think what you're doing is you're moving forward now. You're not really looking back. You're trying to steer your course to be looking forward in a new direction. And right now, it seems as though like things are not for you. There's no Ten of Cups here. It's all been absolute chaos in your emotional section. Okay. However, you know you deserve better from that. Okay. You know you're not satisfied with what this is. I think overall the situation is that you're trying to learn as to who you can collaborate through the chaos with. You know, it's really kind of finding out who your ride or die is. Okay, and maybe you're not, maybe you're being exposed, or maybe somebody else is being exposed for not really showing up for you in that way. The Queen of Wands is your attitude in relation. It's about you maybe burning some bridges. Maybe you're not so happy with the continuity of the situation. And your influence is maybe you need to be a little bit more selfish with your energy. Don't be given so much of yourself. Because I feel that you're maybe feeling depleted at this time. The Knight of Cups, pulling your heart back, pulling your comforts back, pulling your empathy back. Maybe somebody's taking advantage of that and maybe playing games with your heart. Maybe they are not your complete. Maybe they are not your happy ever after, and maybe you're not out and you're trying to figure out who you're collaborating with. Your outcome, you're headed for Dark Night of the Soul. You're going to be going through some major rebirth. It may be a little bit chaotic. It may be a little bit painful. But if you feel yourself in an emotion, know that to let that happen and to let that flow, because these emotions are going to help you release the tension and what's been holding you back in this whole idea of moving forward. Okay? You're going through a time right now. However, I do see that you're going to come above this empowered. You're going to come above this with new expectations, new boundaries, new standards. And you're not missing out. You're not going to miss out on anything. You're actually right for a healing. You're right on time for a transformation. You're right on time with the new moon, considering it's in Scorpio right now. We've got plenty of planets right now in retrograde. So this is the time to do it. This is the time to go through it. This is the time to finally see it, show it compassion, release it, for yourself. There's a lot of inner work that you need to focus on right now in order to move forward, okay? And letting go of the chaos that is your emotional heartbreak and everything yourself through that, okay? Focus on yourself and allow your heart and your mind to expose what is missing in your environment and what you feel that you need to continue to move forward, and expose that. Allow your heart to expose that, what you need. And maybe it is time to burn some bridges, okay? Grab some popcorn, maybe some marshmallows, make some s'mores, and enjoy the fire. Reading number 4. Your situation, you're having to make a major decision. Ultimately, you've been faced with these decisions, and it's whether or not you move forward or not you stay stagnant or not. It's whether or not you can actually move slowly ahead and realize, and not really putting a lot of expectation on the fact that it's not a race, okay? Maybe you need to just consistently move grounded with your footing, knowing that what you're stepping on is solid ground. I think this is the decision that you need to focus towards, okay? In your mind, it's about taking action. It's about being focused. It's about being passionate with what and the decisions that you're making. Okay, you're wanting to use your intuition. You're wanting to embrace the intuition, allowing it to guide you forward, and move with integrity, move with action, move with focus. Okay. Your heart space. This is about you standing on truth of what your heart's trying to tell you, ultimately, and your heart and your mind are working together. Okay, your intuition, you are tapped in, you are spot on with what you're feeling within your heart. And right now, your heart, you very well could probably not be having much of any emotions at this time. Okay, and that's okay. Maybe you're focusing on getting justice for yourself. Okay, what you're walking away from is all giving to the wrong people. Okay, you've been giving way too much, and you need to crawl that back a little bit and focus more or less on yourself and what you want. Okay, somebody very well could be defaming your character. You might not be feeling to move forward. Maybe it's a little bit of fogginess. Maybe you're a little bit confused. Maybe to stand on business and take focus and make some sort of strides, but you're feeling that you have what it takes to move forward. The Seven of Swords is talking about with the next 3 to 6 months, you're learning new strategy of how to move. You're learning new of how to keep your cards close to your chest. You're being more observant, being more tactical. You're being more action-oriented and focused as to where you're going. You're being more practical. You're conserved, okay? Maybe it's packing a bug-out bag. Maybe you're getting ready to move. Maybe you're packing it. Maybe you're wanting to leave. Maybe you're having to make strategic movements time because someone may be defaming your character, okay? However, your attitude in relation is there's definitely something here about you giving back to yourself, okay? You need to focus on your own, what you have available to you. This Page of Pentacles, this could be information coming in about an offer, about possible support coming to you, okay? And this could be something of an authority figure, okay? Your influence, there's definitely some sort of commitment that you need to make as far as maybe to the divine. Maybe this is about surrendering to the divine to allow your intuition to come online, to make that strategic self-worth. Really find out what you are good at. Maybe you're kind of feeling like what you've been working on isn't really producing anything, right? And you're kind of at this point of surrender, finding out the truth, and that what you've been pouring into really hasn't been giving you what you need. However, your hopes and fears, you're wishing that you can take a leap of faith moving forward. This is about once you tap into your intuition and you use the strategy available to you, knowing that you have the truth and the tools that you need to speak up and to say what you need to say it with class, to say it with dignity, and to know what you really want, and to really kind of be a little bit frugal with this pentacle. This is time to save up. Maybe this is time to be careful with who you're pouring into, what you're pouring into, and maybe call back your energy. Okay, commit to that, what commits to you. All right, and take a leap of faith. What we got here, yeah, there's definitely something here about being in darkness. uh, there very well could be a fear of moving forward because you're feeling moving into darkness. I really don't think that that's what it is. Things are not what they seem. Okay, you very well could be going into a particular dark time. It is roughly about winter time in the northern hemisphere. So this could very well be particulate of you losing your shine. Somebody doesn't want you to heal, and this is very well could be some sort of projection. So ultimately, surrender to the divine, call your power back. Know what you're giving into, and you need to work on your strategy of staying focused and taking action. Okay? And this could very well be to do with your healing. This is about recognizing your inner light and rolling with it. Okay? Number 5, this is your reading. Your situation is you're cutting out ties, you're leaving it, you're moving on. You're cutting away that what no longer serves you here. Your challenge is to maybe, feeling complete about this decision about closing out these cycles. Okay? You're stepping into this Empress, maybe more abundant. You could be pregnant. You could be with child. Or, however, you could be actually building a new project. You could be building a business. You could be nurturing yourself. You could be nurturing others. Okay? This is kind of what you want to do. You're taking a step, seeing it from a wider perspective. I do feel that this is going to be a wake-up call as to what you're working on, what you need to maybe focus on going forward. What you're walking away from is this whole idea of having to protect yourself or stand and always be in this defensive mode. Okay, you're walking into quite possibly some sort of emotions. Being in the Empress energy, you very well could be feeling like you're walking into an illusion or a twilight zone. However, this is actually going to allow you to level up, Empress. Whether you're a man or a woman, you could be in this nurturing energy of nurturing yourself. Maybe you're walking away from having to stick up for yourself and looking into your emotions of the fact that you're leaving it all behind. Okay? Either way, your attitude in relation, you may be feeling a little trapped, maybe feeling a little guilty at the decisions that you've made. However, ultimately, your influence is building a new foundation for yourself, and I think this is you leveling up. You're stepping into this Empress energy. You've been through a lot, okay? And what you're doing is you're leveling up, and I think this stability is actually going to show you a totally different world. Right now, you're feeling trapped, and I don't think that's the case. You're just dealing with chaos in the aftermath of what you've been going through. However, your outcome is a lot of injustice that you're dealing with. How are you able to level up? How are you able to move on? How are you able to get through this illusion if you're not able to balance out the scales? Okay, so you really need to see who is actually. I'm really picking up on the fact that somebody wants trapped up in your head, all for because you're trying to focus on a stable environment. And I'm really kind of feeling like there's somebody here trying to create chaos for you because you are stepping into the Empress energy. They are trying to get you in your emotions. They want you dealing with some sort of illusion, maybe. And this is maybe the reason why you're cutting this energy off, okay? Because you're not really feeling fulfilled with this energy, right? So ultimately, there's a lot going on with this Mercury retrograde, and at the end of the month. So really, any one of these timelines, you're really needing to really take a stock of the situation. Okay, number 6, this is your situation. You're having a hard time running forward. Maybe you're spinning your wheels. You could be having car trouble at this time. You could be very well dealing with some sort of conflict. It's giving me like they're throwing rocks and hiding their hands. I don't really like the energy, to be honest. But you really need to maybe take a look at your car. There's definitely some sort of manipulation going on. You know it. You feel it. You sense it. Somebody's trying to manipulate the stations and maybe take you down a notch. But it's all because you've built new standards within your heart space. All right, you're changing the way that you share emotions and compassion after being literally shattered in your heart space. Like somebody really hurt you. Somebody really brought you to a heartbreak. And they've been trying to manipulate you with this magician in reverse, and they're trying to keep you from having any type of forward movement. Really, there's a Queen of Pentacles here. You're standing in your solid foundation here. You have the magic of the elements at your disposal. You're extremely lucky. You're very, very grounded. You're very nurturing, and it's like somebody's trying to manipulate you from not being that. yeah, you're walking into some deception. You're going to need to use your intuition to guide you through this conflict. Is it a conflict that you can reconcile? All up kind of in the air. But you holding on your standards of your heart and knowing that you're making these changes to better your life and to stay grounded is definitely creating deception where other people are concerned. I think it's kind of character of how they're trying to puppeteer you and manipulate you and slow you down. Okay, there's a lot of deception here that they're really not taking to. Maybe you're not wanting to see it. The Queen of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, that's causing a lot of confusion and deception and trying to manipulate your way forward. They could have even manipulated something to do with your car. Okay, they're trying to break your heart. Okay, and the thing is you not allowing this to happen. You're standing grounded, and they don't like this. Okay, you're trying to heal. You're trying to heal this pain. You're trying. This is the whole idea, right? It's not even about letting go. It's about taking accountability for what's yours, moving forward, and learning from the experience. But I think there's somebody here that does not want you to learn from this experience. They're wanting you to be dealing with a lot of chaos and deception. The influence is basically to ruin your connections. It's to ruin your celebration. It's to ruin your foundations and quite possibly a new place, a new house. So it's really giving a lot of chaos that they're trying to pour onto you when they're trying to deceive you. This is deceive you and disenfranchise you. The strength card here in your hopes and fears. I'm really picking up on a cross watching here that we're talking about the karmic and what they're doing to you, number 6, right? So really kind of take into consideration this Queen of Swords. It's being very deceptive behind the scenes. It's really throwing rocks and they're not wanting you to know that they are doing what they're doing. Okay, keeping it hush hush. And they're wanting to literally leave you out in the cold. They're wanting you to feel worthless, right? But ultimately, they're trying to flip the tables to a fable that they're trying to orchestrate here. And I really feel that this is actually going to leave them out in the cold. Okay? They're the ones that's going to have a faulty foundation that is going to be disempowered. I'm really picking up on the fact that you're divinely guarded, and protected. And the fact, you have the magic of magics, the Queen of Pentacles here. Okay? You have the elements at your disposal. So you're very grounded, very protected by those elements. Okay, and it's maybe for you to step back into your magic in order to move forward through this deception. Okay, be lying to yourself. Okay, this isn't just something that is happening. This is definitely it's almost like you're gaslighting yourself. Like, what is Spirit trying to teach me about this? Spirit's trying to teach you to open your eyes and see the deception for what it is, and somebody's trying to remove you from your the clarity of your new beginning, of starting new. Okay, and they're trying to deceive their way out of accountability is what I'm picking up on. Okay, so really stay strong, stay vigilant. There is somebody there trying to deceive you, and you really need to open your eyes to see what that is in order to move forward and weather this storm, okay, through the chaos. Number 7, this is your reading. Knight of Swords. So it's maybe you taking a situation of where you need to speak up and talk about something. It very well could be that somebody's coming in with some sort of information regarding you. The challenge is something is being revealed somewhere along the line. At first, it's going to piss you off, but it's going to set you free. This could be revealing a particular situation, or this could be revealed to you. Okay, don't be feeling like you're left in the dark about something, because you are the light ultimately. The challenge is to shine. Okay, bring joy to your life. The Queen of Cups is about you taking the initiative to really prioritize the fact that you need to pour into you. You need to nurture you for a change. Okay, I really feel that you're nurturing other people, and now you're focusing on sitting in a situation. You're in a situation of trying to find your independence, and I think this is what's being revealed to you, and this is the challenge of trying to reveal that new pathway. And this starts with nurturing your hearts, okay, in order to find the collaboration within your mind and your heart to move forward with what you're passionate about. I think by the alchemizing the two, it's going to bring about some sort of revealing, and this is challenge. what you're walking away from. You're walking away from the feelings of, being a failure, feeling like you don't match, you don't fit in, you're not getting the upper hand. You're constantly struggling. You're constantly, and I think something is being revealed to you about your independence and the way that you nurture yourself. Your intuition is trying to tell you to nurture yourself, quite possibly nurturing others, and maybe taking a discernment as to who you're nurturing. Okay, maybe the people that you're nurturing aren't giving you the upper hand, and maybe you're being left depleted. So this is really your focus right now. What you're walking into. Maybe it's a time, maybe it's a time of taking action. Maybe if it's a time of getting back to the front lines. Maybe it's a time of getting back to work. There's definitely an anxiety that's pushing you forward. And I feel that you're not able to sleep anyway, so you some sort of organizing or cleaning, or maybe get some work done, and get that situated. This could be about maybe in the next 3 months, maybe walking away from a particular relationship, saying no to a particular love offer, making major choices regarding your heart space overall in this reading. And I think the lovers in the verse is saying that you're going to be going your separate ways. It's not going to be a thing that you're going to be focusing on. You're going to be moving forward. You need to really take a step back and really stand in this new leadership position. Take your throne as an emperor. You could be a masculine, you could be a feminine, but you're really kind of stepping into this protective masculine, protecting your heart, you're protecting your ideals, you're protecting your blessings. And this could be a bit of anxiety that you're moving into, of having to stick up and stand your ground regarding from a particular love situation. Okay. Your influence is the conflict. You still need to communicate, but I have a feeling by you standing in your business and you communicating what you need to communicate, it's going to be causing conflict with some people that quite possibly could be depleting you. By standing in standing on your on ground, and you're taking this leadership position, leading by example. The Five of Swords is saying that maybe you're up, and by you speaking up, and revealing some sort of information is going to create a lot of conflict. However, you're managing your ability to see through to the end of this. And I'm really picking up on the fact that other people are misjudging your potential as to how you can stand in this emperor position, okay, and how you can take the lead in this. People are misjudging you. And ultimately, I feel that they're misunderstanding you on purpose, because they really don't see the fact that you're a demon slayer. You've cut out a lot of toxins already. And if people think that they're going to play in your face when you're an emperor, you've been through hell and back. And because you're speaking up on maybe truth, and people are maybe this misjudgment of you, maybe they're maybe you're taking an initiative to shine the light on the challenges that you've been through and how defeated your demons, right? You've had to walk away from particular situations, and you have to walk away from different perspectives. Showing love and what's bringing you anxiety, and really kind of digging down to the root of that anxiety and saying no. You're not allowing this past toxic energy to bestow any particular energetic chords or anything like that. And I think that they're really misjudging your quite possible potential at speaking up on this conflict overall. Really stand your power, Emperor, whoever you are, for number 7. This is your reading. Every single one of these readings, you really need to take a step back, see it from a different perspective, and know not to react, because this is stuff that's coming up in the next maybe couple weeks, a couple months, and you need to kind of hone in on what you're good at and stay confident in your grounded footing, okay? Collective, please most definitely stand in your power, call your power back, cut the cords that you need to, and nurture those that are nurturing you, nurture those that are actually there for you. And anybody that's being sly and snakish, cut them out. Cut your losses, self a favor overall. Okay, these energies, they will be crawling back to you, wondering why they can't siphon off of you. And this is where you can finally make that major judgment call to speak up and speak your, okay? Stand in your power, okay? This is why you have that throne. This is why you're given this this opportunity, Okay, it may be feeling a little nerve-wracking to say no to a particular energy, but there's a way to move forward and find joy. Okay, you're definitely going to be moving forward and speaking up with this Knight of Swords kind of energy, and you're moving into your independence. Okay, and this is your heart's fulfillment. Okay, this is what you've been focusing on. This is what you've been wanting to really embody in your experience. So really take initiative in that and stand. Okay, I hope this helped you out, and yeah, and if you'd like to support me and my channel, you can do so through a super thanks. Have a great